For most growing companies, scaling up eventually requires a move towards standardization. You hire experts or create detailed manuals to ensure that as the team gets bigger, the quality stays consistent and the speed increases. But often the opposite happens. The moment those rigid rules are rolled out, the team begins to hesitate. They spend more time navigating the new software or double-checking the manual than they do serving customers. This friction creates a self-imposed drag on the entire organization, a phenomenon known as the perfection tax. It's the hidden cost of prioritizing the perfect theoretical process over the messy reality of getting work done. For leadership, the new binders provide a comforting illusion of control. But on the front line, those same binders represent a structural failure that brings daily operations to a crawl. This is a measurable financial drain. Looking at the Jetstream Way financial impact matrix, Level 1 chaotic work loses 7.5% of total payroll. With rigid SOPs, workarounds still hemorrhage 5.0% of payroll. True efficiency, at Level 3, drops leakage to just 1.5%. Global research from the International Data Corporation supports this, showing knowledge workers waste 30% of their day repeating tasks or searching for data. For a mid-sized business with a $2 million payroll, that friction costs up to $150,000 every year. This misalignment acts as a silent, annual drain on cash flow, a high price paid for the sake of looking organized on paper. Most of this waste starts with a disconnect from the real world. Executives or consultants often design a process in an administrative vacuum, mapping out a theoretical flow that looks perfect on a sterile blueprint. However, the tribal reality of the front line is different. Employees encounter software glitches, unique client needs, or shipping delays that the official flowchart never anticipated. To survive and hit their targets, the team starts developing shadow processes. They use private text threads, they build secret spreadsheets, and manual double entries to keep things moving while the official system gathers dust. This creates an organization split in two, a management team that believes things are standardized, and a frontline team operating in fragmented, unmapped chaos. This over-engineering often comes from a specific personality type, the Sentinel. These are team members who excel at risk mitigation, data integrity, and long-term compliance. Sentinels are essential, but their natural instinct is to build massive, ironclad SOPs. Without operational guardrails, they create systems so detailed that they become innovation bottlenecks. When high-velocity employees are forced into these rigid systems, they don't slow down, they break the process. They prioritize speed over compliance, which leads management to double down on micromanagement. In this environment, a broken system isn't a failure of talent, it's a failure of role talent fit. It forces your best people to choose between following the rules and actually doing their jobs. To eliminate this tax, locate the path of least resistance your staff is actually taking. This reality-based mapping is the operational compass. Bypass management and sit with operators to uncover the hidden trackers and unapproved spreadsheets they use when official software fails. Next, you don't overhaul everything. You isolate the single biggest bottleneck where data entry is being duplicated or where fulfillment is stalled. Finally, you enforce a one-page rule. If a core process cannot be visually checked on a single sheet of paper, it is over-engineered and will likely be abandoned by the team. By aligning your documentation with how the work is actually performed, you gain the ability to scale volume without having to linearly increase your management complexity. Many leaders try to skip these steps by using AI to fix a broken process. But trying to automate a system that your people are already bypassing only creates more friction. Companies waste thousands of dollars on software before they've achieved process reality alignment. You cannot successfully automate a workflow that isn't already stabilized. The sequence must be absolute. Map the ground truth first, clean the manual process second, and only then use AI to absorb the repetitive administrative load. This strategy allows human talent to stop fighting the system and start focusing on high-level strategic tasks. The financial leakage in your organization is rarely a mystery. It is usually hiding in plain sight, engineered into the workarounds your team uses every day. Go to the operations floor today and demand the answer to one question. Where is the secret spreadsheet?